Kai's first day at a camp that was new. He was nervous, had butterflies. Mom felt it too. One girl was sad as her parents hugged and kissed her. She was clutching a locket and missing her sister. Though Kai missed his dad, camp helped him feel better. It made him feel brave, like his golden sweater. But the girl with the locket just couldn't feel good. This was a feeling that Kai understood. Next morning, Kai sat by the girl with the locket and pulled out a memory he drew from his pocket. It isn't so bad that you're feeling so blue. You lost someone special. I lost someone too. I know you feel down, but you don't have to hide. With me, you can share how you're feeling inside. So next time your heart feels too broken to mend, remember, the one thing a heart wants most is to be opened to a trusted friend.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Eluna Champions for Children celebration. We are here commemorating 20 years of serving children and families impacted by grief or addiction. I'm Ukee Washington, news anchor for CBS 3 Eyewitness News in Philadelphia, and I am a big fan of all the work that you do. I'm honored to be here as your MC for the evening. We are happy to be together, even though it's virtually, to honor and celebrate the many wonderful individuals and organizations who go to bat for these children and continue to do their best to knock it out of the park every time. Thank you so much to all of our generous sponsors, and thank all of you for your 20 years of generous support. We promise you a fun hour ahead, that's for sure. Tonight, we have many opportunities to support children and families impacted by grief or addiction by donating and participating in our silent auction. To donate, all you have to do is send a text to 76278. That's 76278. Type Eluna, E-L-U-N-A. Hit send, and you will automatically receive a link to the event site. Please see the links to the left and below the screen. You can also go straight to eluna.givesmart.com and see quite a variety of exciting items that you can bid on. The auction closes Friday, November 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We ask that you be as generous as you can and make a donation so we can continue to support children and families for the next 20 years. Also, please take advantage of our chat feature located below the screen and say hello. Tell us where you're watching from tonight and message some friends if you like. Now, to start the evening, I invite you to hear from our co-founder, Karen Phelps Moyer, about why she started the Moyer Foundation in 2000.
I have always been inspired to give back, and to start a foundation, I'd been thinking about it for many years before we actually did it. When we first started, we were supporting many different causes that were helping children. And then we really focused on the two camps that we had created, Camp Aaron and Camp Mariposa. Camp Aaron came from a story where we had met a young woman who was losing her battle to cancer.
Our daughter Erin was a very active young lady who loved playing fast-pitch softball, skiing, and playing her French horn.
Erin was an amazing young woman with an incredible heart, a lot of heart with compassion for people around her. When she was a little girl, she used to come home rather indignant if she saw kids getting picked on at school, and she had a really strong sense of fairness.
At 15, she was diagnosed with liver cancer. We met the Moyers during a Make-A-Wish trip to spring training. Erin was able to have a dinner at a gold medal winner chef, and we sat there for quite a long time with Karen and Jamie, and Erin became fast friends with Karen.
And I knew of a camp similar back in my hometown, and just took the model and was able to partner with the hospice that her family used. And for me, I can't imagine having to grieve the loss of a loved one at a young age. And so Camp Aaron became a necessary camp, and I'm really happy that it exists.
To think that in 20 years we've served over 32,000 grieving children is an overwhelming number for me to wrap my head around, and I'm so grateful that these kids have a place to go. The transformation from when the kids first arrive at camp and seeing the trepidation and then seeing what they look like when they leave joyful, happy, friends made, hugging each other, hugging the volunteers. And I think that speaks to the heart of camp.
We are finding ways to reach more kids. That's my hope in the next 20 years, is that we're reaching more kids, that we are breaking the cycle of addiction, and that no child should have to grieve alone. And now we can expand our camps where there's greater need, and that is making a strong impact. But please know that none of this happens without every team member that's been a part of it, every donor that's been a part of it, every corporate sponsor, every volunteer. It definitely takes a lot of people to understand that and appreciate that and want to be a part of what we started 20 years ago and what we hope to continue for 20 more.
Wow, how about that? It is truly incredible how far Eluna has come and that thousands of children have been helped over the past 20 years. Thank you, Karen, Michelle, and Jerry for sharing. Just a reminder of how you can support all these wonderful programs. Please send a text to 76278. That's 76278. Type Eluna, hit send, and you will automatically receive a link to the event site. You know, this year, Eluna is honored to present the Corporate Leadership Award to its keystone partner, New York Life. This award is given in recognition of a national organization whose support of and commitment to Eluna's mission has enhanced the quality of life for children and families impacted by grief or addiction. Now let's learn a bit more about the partnership between Eluna and New York Life.
New York Life has been exemplary in leading the childhood bereavement field. Not only are they strategically purposeful in focusing on how they can elevate the field and best support the field, but also in trying to attract other funders and other partners to the field, because they know how important the issue of addressing grief is, especially to youth.
Plain and simple, New York Life and the foundation and Camp Aaron are great partners because we're in it together, supporting children who have lost a loved one. It's not only the financial investment, it is about the investment of our people. Our folks have sit on their boards, participate at their camps, participate in their committees. Whatever it takes, our folks are all in on Camp Aaron.
We have a longtime volunteer. Her name is Nancy. She's been with Camp Aaron since day one. And this 9-year-old said, "Dear Nancy, I really think you helped me so much for the last day and a half. I myself think this is a great place for kids to learn to have help with the grief. I love this camp because it's important to learn to deal with the grief." I think that just speaks to that connection and that support that makes such a big difference in the lives of our campers that our New York Life volunteers provide.
Because until you hear it and actually listen to them answer questions and listen to each other and really help each other discuss the loss that they've experienced, you really don't see the true impact of what we do.
Back in 1972, we didn't have that. And it was definitely a struggle for my siblings and myself to experience that. So to be able to be a part of New York Life that has a foundation that supports that, and even more importantly, to be able to be there to help a young child like that one and many others, to be able to step out and realize they're not alone, that's meant a tremendous amount to me to be able to be part of that.
I'd say from Ted and the folks at New York Life, the corporate office, to Heather, Maria, and the staff at the foundation, and to all the volunteers throughout the country that help at Camp Aaron and who've come back year after year. It's a multifaceted, really organic type of partnership that you could just feel the passion for it.
I just want to say congratulations to New York Life. So thankful for all you do And a big thanks for instilling such a spirit of agape and making such a big difference in the lives of grieving children.
Hi everyone, my name is Antoinetta Gutierrez. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Toronto, Ontario in Canada. I attended Camp Erin Toronto back in 2016 when I was 13 years old, just a year after my best friend, my dad, died of stage 4 lung cancer. Going to camp was the turning point for me in my life. It was the first place that I felt seen, heard, accepted, and understood. And I realized that there was an entire community of people all around me. And looking back at all of the memories, experiences, and moments I had throughout my years at camp made me realize that I would not be where I am in my life today without them. So I am thrilled to present the Corporate Leadership Award to New York Life for their longtime support of grieving children, including Eluna's own Camp Erin campers. Congratulations, New York Life.
On behalf of New York Life and the New York Life Foundation, it's my honor to accept this recognition today. As a life insurer, we're in the business of providing financial security and peace of mind to families when they need us most. But through our partnership with Eluna, we can make sure that we help address really important emotional needs, not just the financial needs that families face, and especially the challenges of grieving children in these very difficult moments in their lives. At the same time, our employees and agents look forward to the opportunity to work in the communities, to be in the camps, and to be able to connect up in the places where they live and where they work on a human level. You should be congratulated on really doing life-altering work in this past 2 decades. We're incredibly proud of the partnership that we've had with you. We look forward to continuing that good work together in the future. And once again, thank you for today's recognition.
It is so wonderful to see all the impactful work Ted and New York Life have done in the field of childhood grief. Congratulations once again. Now, how are we doing with those donations? Come on now, let's do this. We are here for a great cause, which is so needed during this time with the devastating effect of the pandemic has had on children losing caretakers. We need your support, and we need it right now. Again, to donate to Eluna, simply send a text to 76278. That's 76278. Type ELUNA. Hit send, and you will automatically receive a link to the event site. You know, I'm personally ecstatic to be announcing this next award for my dear friend. This year, it's Eluna's privilege to recognize Don DeJulia and St. Joseph's University with its Community Partner Award. Don's thoughtful and unwavering support of Eluna's mission, coupled with the community leadership demonstrated by St. Joe's University through the creation of their Center for Addiction Recovery and Education, also known as CARE, has made them a trailblazer in mental health support in Philadelphia and beyond. Let's learn more about this collaboration supporting young people and families in our community.
We've been involved with Eluna almost from its foundation and its beginning about 21 years ago. Our connection to Jamie was he was a former baseball player here at St. Joe's. I think the first thing you need to do in forming a partnership is believe in its mission. The mission of Eluna is complementary to St. Joseph's because among the main points in the mission, theirs and ours, is to care for the whole person. We're doing it in an educational setting. Eluna is certainly trying to create an environment for people to overcome grief or addiction issues in their family. 3 years ago, we began to expand in the area of healthcare and wellness. We began a School of Health Studies, and 2 years ago, we began a Center for Addiction Recovery and Education. We call it CARE.
The mission for the Center for Addiction and Recovery Education at St. Joe's is to reduce the harm caused by substance use disorder and also to lead the conversation about addiction both here on campus, in our region, and in our nation. With the rising numbers of overdose deaths, 93,331 deaths in the United States last year alone, That's 255 people per day that are losing their battle with addiction. And so CARE looks at the frontline workers as a great audience for us to teach about things like stigma and how to connect people to treatment. And so CARE spends a lot of effort in addressing first responders and related professionals in addressing substance use disorder in their communities.
The really special thing about St. Joe's University is that in addition to offering an outstanding academic experience, we also care about the student as a whole, and we call that concept Cura Personalis as part of our Jesuit ideals. In the School of Health Studies and Education, our students are dedicating their professional lives and their academic experiences to making an impact in the world. The best way that we go about doing that is providing our students with wonderful experiential learning activities and actually getting them engaged hands-on in the community.
Our partnership with St. Joseph's University is really about the people as well as being on the same team and making sure that we can support families and children impacted by substance use disorder. So coming together with that common purpose, it was just really easy. This is something that's so important and so critical in this day and age. We can help destigmatize the disease. We can help break the intergenerational cycle of addiction. We can provide support through students volunteering at our programs, helping them understand really what the needs are of these children and families who are impacted by this disease. It's just been a wonderful partnership, and I think will be for many years.
Our fundamental principle is, as is Eluna's, begin to impact one person at a time. One youth who's better able to deal with grief and addiction in their family might change that family. And that one family might change their neighborhood. That one neighborhood might change the school district. The school district then has a greater impact to change a community. So I think our future is together in dealing with these kinds of opportunities to make a wholesome community just more whole and more together.
Hi, I'm Molly. And I'm Morgan. We live in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. And we attend Camp Mariposa in Philadelphia. I love the campground and the food. I like how I made friends and how I can relate to them. We are thrilled to present the Community Partner Award to Don DiGiulia and St. Joseph's University. Congratulations, Don and St. Joe's.
Thank you. I do honestly appreciate being recognized as a community partner. Coming from a sports background, we call it team. And I firmly believe that great things can only happen when partners and teams come together to fill a mission and for the common good. So I'd like also to acknowledge the other partners that are being recognized here tonight. Craig, Molly, and New York Life. Thank you for what you've done to support the Eluna mission. You are making a difference. We at St. Joseph's have been fortunate to be partners with the then called Moyer Foundation from its inception almost 20 years ago, when Karen and Jamie Moyer had the vision of supporting youth in grief and distress. That touched our hearts and souls here at St. Joseph's. So much so that the university granted Karen and Jamie an honorary degree for their work in this space. And it's only increased since we now focused on addiction recovery as part of this grief and distress. Little did we know that years later, St. Joseph's University would begin a center for addiction recovery and education we call CARE. Our mission partners with Eluna in education and training efforts, research, advocacy work, and also to be good community partners with others. We've just begun a graduate program in clinical education and training so that we can help prepare the next generation of leaders to work in the space of substance abuse disorder. With us tonight are the partners at St. Joseph's that are working in this program here on campus. We have Steve Forzato, our executive director. We have Dean Dr. Angela McDonald from the School of Health Studies. And we have Assistant Provost Dr. Peter Norberg, who oversees a lot of these programs. And finally, we would not be here today without Brian and Marlene Dooner, our founding funders who provided all the philanthropic support to bring about our mission to work with people suffering from this disorder. Thank you to all. So on behalf of all of us at St. Joseph's University, I want to thank the philanthropic partners to Eluna nationwide, all the volunteers throughout the nation who help, Mary Fitzgerald and her staff who carry out the mission on the ground on a daily basis. But most importantly, I want to thank the youth and the families for trusting in Eluna's mission and accepting the opportunity to be part of this camp experience throughout the year and across the country. I'd like to finish with a quote. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can begin from now and start a new ending. With that, may God bless all. Continue your great work and partnership together. Thank you.
How about that? Great job. Great job, Don and the entire team at St. Joe's, and congratulations once again. All right, family, as a reminder, all of Eluna's programs are at no cost to the family. So whether we are talking about a weekend at Camp Aaron or personalized support from the Eluna Resource Center, none of these programs would be possible without your generous support. Please consider making a gift tonight by sending a text to 76278. That's 76278. Type Eluna, hit send, and you will automatically receive a link to the event site.
I can hold my breath. I can bite my tongue. I can stay awake for days if that's what you want. Be a number one. I can fake a smile. I can force a laugh. I can dance and play the part if that's what you ask. Give you all I am.
So this is my dad. His name was Frank, and he died of cancer.
I can do it, but I'm only human, and I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human.
If there was one thing I could do is pull you down in the sea for a minute.
Your words in my head, knives in my heart. You build me up and then I fall apart, 'cause I'm only human.
Welcome to Camp Mariposa.
I've always thought I was alone and I didn't have anybody like me. Camp Mariposa helps me by learning my mom's addictions and learning what it is and how you can express your feelings.
It helps me a lot because I don't live with my parents. I am a foster child and I am getting adopted. And my parents, they can't take me back because they do a lot of bad things.
I can do it. I can do it.
Drugs hurt you, they ruin your life, and they sometimes can kill you. Well, drugs hurt my mom, and I think that's unfair.
We want you guys to be kids. We love each and every one of you. We want you to have amazing opportunities.
Sadness and tears. I'm calling in, I want to get rid of cancer.
I'm only human, just a little I can take so much till I've had enough. 'Cause I'm only human, and I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human, and I crash and I break down. Your words in my head, knives in my heart. You build me up and then I fall apart. 'Cause I'm only
Hello, this is Jay Wright of the Villanova Wildcats, and I want to congratulate everyone at Eluna for 20 years of incredible service to young people who are affected by grief and addiction. You're literally saving lives. A special shout out to our champions for children who are so generous, and we appreciate so much that you give back. Finally, I want to humbly ask everyone to continue to support Eluna, these projects to help children, and especially the ones who are affected by grief and addiction, to improve their lives, save their lives. That work is needed more now than ever. Everybody, let's keep supporting Eluna.
Eluna, are you kidding me? You are a total rock star. 20 years. Camp Aaron and Camp Mariposa are in over 50 locations across the US and Canada. And think about this. They've served over 42,000 campers. And the Resource Center has over 230,000 visitors. That is awesome. I know personally how important these programs are. And if you think addiction and grief is painful as an adult, imagine what it's like as a child. I've been fortunate to visit some of the camps, and if you want to know where the magic really is, it's in Camp Aaron and Camp Mariposa. These kids and families need our help now more than ever. So guess what? We're asking you to dig as deep as you possibly can to donate. Why? So we can keep these programs and services free for the kids and their families. Hey, I know that you're not gonna let me down, and I know you're not gonna let these kids down. So let's keep donating and let's keep making this world a better place. Congrats again, and keep the important work going.
We all know that through tragedy, we often see the best of humankind. Our next award winner is a shining example of that. Eluna is proud to present Holly Hartman with its Resiliency Award, given in recognition of an individual whose leadership and generous personal and professional commitment to Eluna's mission has dramatically advanced the quality of life for children and families impacted by grief or addiction. Here's more about the amazing Holly Hartman.
Holly is a great inspiration. Her reach has extended far beyond her professional environment out into the community. She has just an overwhelming desire to make people feel like they matter. Just her ability to listen and make you feel special and worthy.
Holly has certainly, with her spirited personality, given me much more insight to the concept of getting involved in suicide prevention. My brother committed suicide 5 years ago, and I think to myself, what could I have done And it is Holly's belief, based on her experience and training, that the grief that others feel after such an event needs to be addressed just as importantly as identifying those who might be inclined to make a suicide attempt.
Holly talked to me about Eluna when she was working to get funding from a foundation to support the work of Eluna. She was very excited about Eluna's work. She also, I think, as she has a passion for suicide prevention, she really was able to feel like that she was making a difference, and she was honored to be included in that work, but also recognized for the work that she'd done, and thinking to herself, how can I do more to help Eluna with their mission?
Holly's passion is undeniable. She brings a clear directive to Eluna that helps us expand our suicide support initiatives. And while she's passionate and informed about these issues, she also defers to Eluna as experts.
So my advocacy work sometimes feels like it's slow. I've been super excited and pleased to, one, be connected to the Eluna Network, which has an audience that we can work on advocacy. One, providing prevention, providing tools for people, providing education and awareness. My partnership with Eluna has been an amazing opportunity. One, I feel incredibly humbled to be able to work with the Eluna Network. I am humbled by the opportunity to be able to share some of my experience with suicide prevention with the Peter DeGeorge Foundation. The fact that there's so much trust and partnership with Peter DeGeorge and his commitment to suicide prevention, his commitment to mental health, and the Foundation's commitment to help advocacy work, prevention, and awareness. To me, there isn't enough words to explain how grateful I am.
Holly, you are a true inspiration and a hero in my eyes. You are very deserving of this recognition, and I want to congratulate you on all the work that you're doing with the Eluna Network.
Congratulations, Holly. No one deserves this award more than you. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to seeing you in person very soon.
I congratulate Holly on achieving this award, as she's been a role model for suicide prevention and helping those who are at risk due to addictions, substance abuse issues, and the other behavioral health issues. She stands out for the work that she does every day, and that standing out comes straight from her heart. She's very passionate about the work that she does.
Hi, my name is Piper and I'm from Coatesville, PA.
Hi, I'm Trevor and I'm from Coatesville, PA.
We went to Camp Aaron. One of my favorite things about camp is making new friends. I liked making new friends because my friends made me happy.
I liked all the friends that I was able to make there too, because then you're able to know them for a lifetime. I am thrilled to present the Eluna Resilience Award to Holly Hartman. Congratulations, Holly.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to take a minute to share some thanks, and honestly, I just want to tell you a little bit about the day I got the call from Mary when she let me know that I was receiving this year's Resilience Award, that I was the recipient for that. I was just met with absolute silence and on the other end of the phone. And most people that know me would say, I'm never met with absolute silence, because I typically have lots to talk about or say. But I honestly was just in shock. And the reality of it was I was overtaken with just absolute honor that I was the recipient of this award. So if I can just say that I, humbly accept this award to join the past recipients, to me, just there's no words to measure my gratitude for that. And I just want to give a special thanks out to the Peter DeGeorge Family Foundation for having such faith and believe in me, and an enormous salute to the entire Eluna network for all the amazing work they do, touching and impacting lives. It's just immeasurable. And to say thanks to my husband, of course, and my daughter, my sister, and my mom, who just tirelessly believe in me, all my dreams and my goals and ways I want to be able to just to give a little bit of hope to people, give them a little bit of light at the end of their day and make them feel appreciated. So I typically like to always share a little couple favorite quotes of mine when I do a little teaching and talk about suicide awareness prevention. I think these two particular quotes kind of really wrap up things when we think, gosh, I'm just a single person. There's not much I can do to impact people and lives. So I want to end with leaving you with these, with Mother Teresa's, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters that create many ripples. And another one of my favorite is Margaret Mead. Never doubt a small group of thankful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, that's the only thing that ever has. So with that being said, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, and have a super day.
Such a force indeed to be reckoned with. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for all you do, Holly, indeed. Eluna is honored to announce the launch of its inaugural Camp Alumni Scholarship Programs. We are grateful for the support of the Peter DeGeorge Family Foundation Scholarship Program supporting Camp Aaron alumni, and for the Susan and Eric Hansen Scholarship Program honoring former board president Ellen Barry in support of Camp Mariposa alumni. These programs will offer financial support in the form of educational scholarships. Time now to hear from the recipients of both scholarship programs.
Hi, my name is Kobe Hills, and I would love to thank Eric and Susan Hansen for the scholarship opportunity. A brief story about myself is I joined Camp Mariposa in the 3rd grade, and I've been going to it ever since. So as soon as I turned 15 my freshman year, I graduated from Camp Mariposa and came back as a CIT, and then went on to work at Foundations of Dream, which is the camp that we always did Mariposa at. A skill I've learned from Camp Mariposa is that no matter how bad it gets and no matter what situation you are in, you can always call someone and they will always be there for you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Haley Heintkees. I would love to say a huge thank you to the Peter DeGeorge Family Foundation for this amazing scholarship opportunity. I attended Camp Aaron in 2013 at Camp Heartland in Minnesota, and Camp Aaron helped me realize that giving back and empathy are essential stepping stones onto the path to healing from grief. And one of the greatest strengths that I owe to Camp Aaron is my ability to empathize with others. I've also been volunteering with Youth Grief Services and Brighter Days Grief Center since attending Camp Aaron. And there's nothing more rewarding than giving back to the community that helped you through your darkest time, which is why I love staying connected to Camp Aaron.
Once again, congratulations to our scholarship recipients and best of luck in your endeavors. So have you checked in on the silent auction lately? You may want to see how your favorite items are doing. Remember, those links are to the left and below the screen. And to donate, simply send a text to 76278. That's 76278. Type Eluna, hit send, and you will automatically receive a link to the event site. Now, everyone, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce a gentleman who needs no introduction. Presenting the 2021 Eluna Champion for Children Award, Mr. Al Roker.
Eluna, a nonprofit aimed at supporting kids and families impacted by grief and addiction, looks each year to honor community members who've helped to provide comfort and hope to children and families impacted by grief or addiction. And this year, the organization is honoring my good friend, our very own Craig Melvin, with their Champion for Children Award, which is presented to a public figure who has demonstrated fierce advocacy in the areas of grief or addiction. I've known Craig for a while. He's somebody who believes and walks the walk and talks the talk. I was with Craig when he was working to get his dad into rehab. And while he was shooting a story and trying to help his mom deal with this and deal with his kids, and all doing it with grace and empathy and compassion. And I watched, and even though I already had a lot of respect for him, it went up even that much further. Eluna is also celebrating their 20th anniversary this year in conjunction with the Champions for Children event. And what better way to do that than a virtual viewing party of the ceremony? So please join me in welcoming and congratulating this year's 2021 Eluna Champion for Children Award honoree, Mr. Craig Melvin.
Mr. Wilker, thank you. Thank you for that warm introduction. I appreciate you, and I am truly honored to have been named Eluna's Champion for Children Award recipient this year, supporting organizations like Eluna who provide innovative resources, innovative programs to really address the critical needs of children who are experiencing powerful, overwhelming, and often confusing emotions associated with the death of someone close to them or substance use disorder in their family. More important now than ever, no child should have to face these struggles alone, and Eluna's unique programs bring children together to ease their pain and provide the tools to help restore hope. The impact and meaning behind Eluna's vision and mission is monumental and can be felt all over the country. From their free camps offered nationwide to their online resource center, the organization continues to provide hope and support to all children and families dealing with grief and addiction. And I know firsthand how many children you are impacting. Thank you for your work. Please continue it. And thank you so much for the honor.
And congratulations once again to my friend and respected colleague, Craig Melvin. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Eluna's CEO, Mary Fitzgerald.
In addition to Camp Aaron and Camp Mariposa, the Eluna Resource Center is here to help. We offer free personalized support in addition to our online resources, and now have care packages for children and teens who are grieving, trying to make sense of a suicide death, are dealing with substance use disorder in their families, or have other related mental health challenges. Often when we know someone who are facing these circumstances, we ask ourselves, what can I do to help? I know firsthand that being able to really listen to someone, to offer them a path forward, and to let them know Eluna will provide support for their children can truly be life-saving. Please call us or visit us at elunanetwork.org because you are not alone and we are here to help.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you. I tell you, what a night. Congratulations to the honorees and scholarship recipients. And thank you to everyone for joining us this evening and for your generous support of Eluna and its programs. One last reminder that you can donate to Eluna by sending a text to 76278. 76278. Type Eluna and then hit send. Also, a reminder that our silent auction will close tomorrow, Friday, November 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So check out those items you've been watching. Thank you again to all our sponsors, and thank you for being here. We hope to see you in person next year. Good night, family. God bless you, and thank you.